Hi, peaceful pinners. Happy Thursday. I'm losing my voice already, you guys, today, so hopefully my voice will hold out, but I'm doing a nice, quick, and easy one today. So hopefully we'll get through it just fine. Hi, Phil. Hi, Beth. How are you guys? Hi, Sherry. Hi, Robbie. Hey, Jenny. We haven't seen you in a while. Hey, Nancy V. Oh, Sherry, thank you. Sherry reminded us to switch to live chat. I'm doing so right now. Thank you so much. Hi, Carmen. Sherry also said thumbs up. Definitely appreciate the thumbs up, guys, if you feel so inclined. Did you end up, Carmen, yesterday you had said, you had put a chat in there that you were afraid that your comments weren't coming through, but I was seeing your comments, so I hope that you heard me say that, and I see you today too, so hopefully everything is working fine. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Cynthia. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Nancy T. Hi, Judy. Hi, Linda. Debbie said, hi, Stacy. I officially joined the digital club and I'm so excited. Debbie, I am so excited to hear that. I'm glad you decided to jump in with us. Christy said, hi, everyone. I hope I don't get disconnected. The wind is howling here. Sounds like it's blowing 1,000 miles per hour and already lost internet twice. Wow, that's crazy. I know there's some storms blowing through certain places, and in fact we had a little bit of windiness today, and it rained a little bit, but nothing too terribly bad. I was actually a little disappointed. I was hoping for a little bit more than that. So guys, I'm gonna be doing a Prairie Point Pinwheel. I was gonna do the angels, and I have them. I brought them up from the shop today. And I'm still going to do them with you guys, but I think I'm going to save those for tomorrow. And I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm losing my voice. I don't know where that came from either. It just started a little while ago. But we'll save the angel heads for tomorrow. I have a whole little pile of angels to finish stringing up the heads. That sounds awful, but that's what we're going to do tomorrow. And there's a couple of sneak peeks in there for you guys for some of the ones that we haven't shown you yet. So I hope you'll join tomorrow for Finishing Friday. We're going to finish up some head stringing. Now that I said that, I have to keep saying it. But today we did more foam moving. We still didn't get done, but man, I'm tired. So it's been 2 days. We're all tired, not just me. We were all busting our behinds, but today involved a lot of climbing stairs. The garage that we are renting, like I was telling you guys about, is 2 stories. And so today we did a lot of carrying boxes of foam upstairs. I think I must have climbed those stairs 75 times today carrying boxes of foam. And so it's hitting me. And it might even be why my voice is going out. Because I was just huffing and puffing today while I was climbing those stairs, especially by the end. So I thought today we're going to do something really nice and easy. Olivia gave me this to do. She's putting these little prairie packs tomorrow in the shop, and then also she wanted to put them as a finished ornament. So the one I'm making tonight, provided it turns out okay, we're going to put in the shop tomorrow also. Let me back up a little bit. I'm going to try to not get too far behind today like I did yesterday, but I guess you never know. Phil said I was just watching Lydia doing the egg on a square video. Great job. Oh yes, that just got put out a little while ago, like an hour or so ago. I'm glad that you enjoyed that. So that pattern was from Sarah. Sarah came up with that, and we've got some other variations coming for those as well, and they're neat, right? The egg is really cool. Hi, Denise. So we're doing a Prairie Point Pinwheel, and you know what? I just remembered I need to do ironing, and I also forgot to connect my dots here to find the center. So let's do that really quick. Trying to hold on to my voice, guys. Christina said, howdy all, short visit today, bowling again tonight. Well, I hope you enjoy yourself doing that. That's fun. Bowling is fun. Hi, Susan. Carol said, oh wow, I didn't think that you were coming on today since the new tutorial came on. This is a very pleasant surprise. Oh good, I'm glad. We are trying to still do the lives each day, no matter what else that we put, each weekday. Even if we put up some other video. Not always, but we're trying. $4 Mom said, hello everyone. Hi, I don't think I've seen you here before. Very happy to have you. And if you want to tell me your real name, I'll try to remember it. I'll write it down and try to remember it. Carmen said, yes, they did not show on my end. It was the strangest things. It was the strangest thing. Thanks for remembering. You guys, I think that my brain cells aren't firing. Cece, hi. Hi, Peggy. Carmen said, I love being a part of this lovely group. Hey, Tony. Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Teresa. And thank you very much. I feel okay, just very tired. Moving all that foam around. It's funny because the foam boxes are not very heavy, but they're big, so it's a little bit awkward. But they get heavy after you lift, after you're moving a few hundred of them. They start to get heavy after a while. And I have spaghetti arms again tonight. But we're hoping to finish tomorrow. If we don't finish tomorrow, I think we're going to be pretty darn close. And overall, even though it's been a lot of work, it's really worth it. I'm thrilled with this garage. It's a big open space. It's going to be much easier for us to get to. So the thing about it is like we have all these boxes of foam, but we have like 27 different types of foam. And when you got them in storage units where you just have a small garage door, you have to sort of like make aisles inside the storage unit to be able to get to the different types. And it's it can start to get a little chaotic in there. And it's hard to keep it all straight and organized when you're constantly adding to it. You're coming and taking foam away and then adding to it. Well, the way that we have this arranged now, we have a much bigger open area. So we're able to just sort of like lay them all out in aisles and you can see everything from the front, instead of like having to walk through little skinny aisles. So I think it's going to be really nice for all of us on the team. So a lot of work up front, but hopefully very worth it. Hi, Patty. Oh, Patty, so I think that the flower on that fabric that you asked about yesterday, we're pretty sure is a sunflower. So although I still wouldn't bet my life on it, we think it's a sunflower. I hope that helps. Hopefully that's the kind of flower you were looking for. Hi, Kat. Hi, Diane. Nope, you didn't miss too much, Diane. I just started a couple of minutes ago. We're going to do some ironing and get these ready for a Prairie Point pinwheel. Hi, Teresa. Haven't seen you in a while, Teresa. Where have you been? Debbie said the Ornament Girl channel is so exciting. Thank you, Debbie. I appreciate that. Lee J. Hi. I almost said CJ, but that says Lee J. Beth said I was able to hype that video. That's awesome. You know, I did not get an opportunity to look into that yet. And I was thinking about it right before I got on. I haven't had a chance to look into the hyping thing and see what that's all about. Jenny said it's super windy here too. I just noticed a badly broken tree outside. Oh no. Carmen said they're beautiful. I can't wait to make some of the Easter eggs. It's a neat little technique that Sarah came up with that tutorial. So I hope you guys enjoy that. And she has some, I think that Lydia showed a couple of upcoming ideas, or at least mentioned them in that video that we just put out a little while ago. If not, though, you guys just know that there are a couple of other little templates coming besides an Easter egg, so you guys can use that same technique for other shapes and other holidays. Tony said I was watching that, so that's why I'm late. I just printed the templates. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, I forgot. I know that she did add some more templates even though we hadn't done the videos yet. I forgot about that. Millicent, hi. Hi, Nancy K. Christy said, Beth, how did you hype the video? Millicent said, my name is Anya Dika. Am I saying that correctly? Is it Anya Dika? Let me write that down, even though I might not be saying it correctly, but you can let me know if I'm saying that wrong. I'm reading. I probably look really funny right now looking at the Anya Dika. I've never heard that name before. Oh, okay, $4, Mom. This is the first time I've caught you live. My name is Terry from Nebraska. Awesome. Thank you for telling me your name also. And very happy to have you here. Kat said, pinwheel, pinwheel spinning around. Are you singing, Kat? Yup. Oh, Cynthia, your message disappeared. Oh, Phil said, been battling vertigo today. It's no fun at all. I don't think I've ever experienced vertigo, not like full vertigo. I mean, I've had dizzy spells before, but not that. But from what I heard, it's rough. So I am very sorry to hear that. Nancy K said the new Easter egg tutorial is so cute. I just finished watching it. I'm so glad that you liked it. Debbie said I was able to hype the egg video today as well. Thank you. That's exciting. I still don't know 100% what the hyping means, but it sounds good and I appreciate it. I'm sure it helps us. Hi, Tracy. Patty said, I've got a lady coming in a few. I'll have to watch the after live. Can you tell me if you got an answer on the flowers on the fabric? I think I said that before, or I said that after you wrote this comment. If you're still here though, Patty, and if you didn't hear me, we think that they are sunflowers. Let me back up. Hi, Tammy. Carol said, man, 75 trips up and down the steps. You certainly don't need to go to the gym, and you certainly can eat anything and everything you want. It felt like it today, Carol. I was pretty tired. We were all pretty tired, and it was hot, but about halfway through the day, it started getting breezy and nice, and then we started having a couple little showers, and that felt good. Luckily, the stairs are really nice. I mean, they're like wide. It's a pretty wide little stairway going up the side of the garage, and there's a nice railing, and it's concrete stairs, but there's like an anti-slip edge. They're really nice. I have building envy over this garage. It's a really, really nice building. Cynthia said, there's something calming in watching you pin. I should actually be making one along with you. Cynthia, I would love for you to make one along with me. I always hope for you guys to do that. I'm hoping it at least inspires you guys to do one. Tammy said, no wrapping angel heads tonight. No, I do have them up here to do, and I think I'm gonna do them tomorrow for finishing Friday. I was going to today, and Olivia let me know that she wanted one of these to put as a finished ornament for tomorrow, because she's putting out a couple of prairie packs in the shop tomorrow, including this one that I'm working on now, and this was one that she wanted as a finished ornament to sell too. So I said, you know what, that'll work. Prairie Point pinwheels, I enjoy making them. They're nice and easy, and it's kind of, this is a peaceful one with just this ironing and everything. I find them really simple to do. And since I'm tired, I thought this will be a good one. I feel like I've said that like all week, but it's been a week, you guys. With this foam move, it's really been a thing. So it's kind of nice to just do these nice simple ones this week. But I've got the little stack of angels to do, and we're going to do those tomorrow. Carmen said, do you put water in your iron or use it dry? This one I've been using dry because I store it face down in a drawer. It won't fit face up, so I've been putting it down. And so I just haven't been putting any water in it. Actually, I think the water goes in this way. But yeah, I haven't been. Not for this. For clothes and stuff, like if I ever iron, which is rare, I will use steam. But for this, I haven't been putting water in. Debbie said, Kat, love it when you sing to us. Debbie said, sorry that my fingers seem to be on the wrong keys today. Oh, that's okay. Believe me, I am not one to judge that. Robbie said, hyped the Easter egg video twice. Cute ornament. Thank you, Robbie. Love that. Tammy said, the heart and the star. I'm looking forward to the egg. I need to do one of those as a peaceful pinning maybe next week or sometime soon before Easter. I love that one. I think it's so cute. Teresa said, well, working so much and my husband was in the hospital for a week. Oh, no. All is well, but my life was crazy. Plus helping on a quilt for our Quilt Guild raffle for our quilt show in 2027. Well, you know what? Even with all that busyness, I'm happy you were able to stop in today for sure. And I'm glad that your husband is okay. Barb said, I rejoined the Ornament Girls Digital after 3 years. So glad to be back. Barb, that's so awesome. I'm so happy to have you back. That's amazing. Karen said, hi, please explain size and requirements. I'm assuming you mean for this project. So these are 5-inch squares, and I've got 12 of them. With these live streams, Karen, it's more of just kind of pinning and answering questions and stuff, but I did link the full tutorial right below in the description. It should be like the first or second link below. Somewhere towards the top of the links below. And that is a step-by-step, tells you every single thing that you need. And we also have a printable supply list that you can download as well. So hopefully that helps. You know, actually, is it a printable supply list that comes with it? I think it's actually the ironing guide that's below with this tutorial. Like an ironing cheat sheet. So what I'm doing here. Whoops, let me back up. Beth said, as soon as I got to the video, there was a hype button. I clicked it. I didn't go look for it. I didn't go looking for it. It was just there. I was on my PC. Huh. I'm glad it was there. That's like a good start, right? Carmen said, I like the bead placements. So pretty. Lee J said, yeah, I love the flutter folds. Hey, Georgianne. Georgianne said, I got my little brown box today with materials, eggs, and embellishments. Lots of flutter eggs this weekend. That's awesome, Georgianne. Karen said, first time here. Hi. We are very happy to have you, Karen. Yanks Kettle, who is Camilla. Yes, because I have you on my list here. Nice to see you again. Joyce said, well, at 8:08 a.m. this morning, my daughter gave birth to a 6-pound, 19-inch long baby girl. She has a head of hair. That is so exciting. Congratulations. That is wonderful news. Robbie said, wouldn't it be fun if we did something for the 100th pinning? Yes. Yes, it would, Robbie. I wonder what we can do. We're going to have to think on that because guess what? That's not too far away. Tony said, congratulations, Joyce, on your new grandbaby. Beth said, congrats, Joyce. Best wishes to your daughter. Terry said, congratulations on the grandbaby, Joyce. Joyce said her name is Freya. So cute. Tammy said, I had a charm pack of Asian-inspired fabrics. They made some really pretty pinwheels. I bet. Beth said, that's a pretty name. Christy said, congrats, Joyce. Tracy said, congratulations, Miss Joyce. Hope both mother and baby are doing well. Tammy said, I'm cutting fabric while I watch. This is a good chance to get caught up on getting some fabric cut, right? Heather said, congrats, Joyce. I just got a grandson a month ago. Oh, congratulations to you too, Heather. So I want to look at, I'm pulling up a picture that Olivia showed me of how she wants me to make this. Because she's putting it in Finished Ornament Friday tomorrow. So I want to make sure I follow her instructions. And here it is, by the way. So this is what we're going to have at the end of this, you guys. Cute, right? Dana said, loved watching the egg-shaped cube ornament. What a versatile idea. Hello all. Hi Dana. I'm so glad you liked it. I will be sure to tell Sarah after this live that you guys really like that ornament. And I'm sure that some of you guys have probably noticed too, especially those of you guys who have been around OG land for a while, like even before this live streaming thing started, that Lydia is a face around here doing video tutorials for us. And her videos have been great, right? I hope you guys are enjoying them. Debbie said it's best not to put water in any of your irons and leave it there. It causes your iron water tank to rot out and leak. Use it dry and use best press spray instead of water. Okay. Oh, we're going to go with green next. These are pretty colors, aren't they? Tammy said, is that leftover fabric from the medallion kit? The floral pink and blue kind of looks like it. It sure is. Tammy, you are so on it. It absolutely is. We've had this fabric around for quite a while. We've used it, I think we've used it more than once. Carol said, I watch the videos on my phone. Under the video, excuse me guys. Under the video are the thumbs up option, share option, and others. If you swipe left, more will show up, including the hype option. You can hype 3 times a week. Okay. So under the video, the thumbs up option, share option, and others. And if you swipe left, more will show up, including hype. Thanks for that, Carol. Karen said thank you. I know I'm way behind, Karen. I know that was from before, but you're very welcome. So for anybody else that's new around here, I've been doing these live streams each weeknight, Monday through Friday usually, unless something else comes up and I have to miss. But usually they're Monday through Friday. And these are just like pin-alongs, yap and pin as we like to call them. And just kind of hanging out. It's a great place to ask questions, but I try to always include the link to where you can get the full tutorial down in the description, along with any of our resources like printable supply lists or cheat sheets or whatever. So if you're ever looking at what I'm making and you're like, I want to do that, look in the description. And you'll see usually if we have one, there will be a link to where you can learn that ornament. Nancy said, Joyce, congratulations. Oops, I forgot the top one. Robbie said, I'm sewing and listening too. Teresa said, I have missed being here and watching. We've missed you. I'm glad you're here today, and hopefully you can not miss so many. Debbie said, Karen, welcome to the OG group. Sally said, hi everyone, happy Thursday. Hi Sally. Carmen said, congratulations and welcome baby girl. Tammy said, Karen, welcome. Kat said, can anyone come and cook for me? I just really don't want to do it tonight. Maybe I'll do my favorite recipe, 1-800-WE-DELIVER. Kat also said, congratulations on the baby girl blessing. Cynthia said, congratulations, Joyce. And Kathy also said, congratulations on the new baby girl. Joyce said, thank you, everyone. Tammy said, Kat, that's called mom's cooking tonight around here. Teresa said, congrats, Joyce, and I love her name. Sally said, I just finished watching Lydia making the cookie cutter Easter egg, and then I saw that you are live, Stacey Ann. 2 in 1 day, OMG. We are up in our YouTube game, you guys. What's next? Pink. That's right. I got discombobulated for a second. I was like, oh, which one's next? Pink. Nancy T said, congratulations on the new granddaughter, Joyce. Kimberly said, good evening, all. Hi, Kimberly. Kathy said, congratulations, Heather. Louise said, forgot to check in. Hi. Hi, Louise. Glad to see you here tonight. Tammy said, we will always love yours more, but Lydia does a great job. Aw, thanks, Tammy. I feel very lucky to have such an amazing content creation team, because if it were just me, they wouldn't all be getting out there like they are. So Kennedy, Taylor, and now Lydia, and Tanya occasionally does some videos still too. But having everybody helping with doing videos really, really helps us get more out the door for sure. And honestly, I feel like it's freed me up to be able to do things like this. Like a year ago or even more than that, I would have never dreamed that I could have time to go live every day doing these. So this has been an amazing blessing. Because like actually being able to, instead of just doing recorded video tutorials and actually being able to talk to you guys like this in real time has been awesome. Robbie said she's doing fantastic. I'm glad that you think so. I have been super impressed with how quick she caught on to doing all of the different content creation things. She's taking pictures, she's doing video, and she's doing ebook writing. Kennedy actually trained her, and of course did an amazing job, because Kennedy is a superstar. Carmen said, thank you for the iron water tip. And I think that was Debbie, right? That told us about that. Blue. Blue's next. Kat said, I love green and blue together, earth and sky. Me too. This is a very springy and bright color combination. Joyce said, congrats on your new grandson, Heather. Hi, Sharon. Sharon said, hello, all. Glad to catch the live again. Diane said, God bless you. Christy said, I've checked my phone and everywhere on my laptop. No hype button. Lost my spot. Oh, there we are. Tracy said, congratulations to you as well, Miss Heather. Belinda said, hello, just awake. I made it again. Nice colors for the pinwheel. I'm glad you made it, Belinda. I know your time is completely different than most of ours. Tammy said, oh, Christmas tree would be a fun one to do on a peaceful pinning. It would. You're right. That is a good one. Jean said, hello everyone. Hope you're all having a great day. It's so hot here today, 89 degrees. This is to be with us for the next 10 days. Too hot for March in Southern California. That is hot. That's how it was here up until today. Today it only got up to 84, but the previous couple of days it was like 88 degrees and it was so hot. Way too hot for this time of year. But it's cool. It cooled down today with that little front that we had coming through. Dana said, oops, it jumped on me. Dana said, Stacy, have you ever thought about selling ready-made ornaments again? Not that you don't have enough going on already. You know what, Dana, we do. We do still sell the ready-made ornaments, the finished ornaments. Not tons of them, but every Friday we have Finished Ornament Friday. So, are you on my email list, Dana? You must not be, because otherwise you would probably have seen those. But we do a Finished Ornament Friday, and we put a couple for sale. Usually one. Well, it's been one, but we've been kind of trying to add a couple more each week lately. So maybe a couple a week is kind of what we've been doing the last few weeks. So not tons, but we have been selling some. Like this one tomorrow, Olivia wanted to put as a finished ornament. So as long as I don't mess something up horribly, this one will probably be for sale tomorrow. Hi, Helena. I don't think we've seen you in a few days. Margaret said, can I ask a question about the birthday ornament? Of course, you can ask any question that you want. I can't always promise I'll be able to answer every single question, but please ask. If I can't answer you today, I'll try to find out the answer for you and tell you tomorrow or a different day that I see you here. Helena said, sending hearts. Thank you. And Helena also said, congratulations and God's abundant blessings. Kimberly said, I'm doing all things St. Patty's Day. So making you guys, we said this the other day. Was it Celtic or Celtic? Angel Fairy, changing the new egg frame into a shamrock. Oh, that's cool. And we'll have to pinwheel some Irish type fabrics. You know, I was just thinking about that today. I have not done very much St. Patty's Day. We did a basic star the other day. It was Celtic, right? That just popped into my head. I don't know why I always forget that. But yeah, I haven't done much else for St. Patty's, but we do still have a few days. So maybe I can squeeze in something on Monday. When is St. Patty's? Tuesday? Maybe Monday and Tuesday we can squeeze in something. Tammy said, so I have to ask. Am I the only one that cuts a whole bunch of patterns at once and then puts them in labeled Ziploc bags for later? Tammy, I bet you that you're not. And you know what? I used to when I was doing lots of finished ornaments for sale. I would cut tons of ribbon and fabrics and bag them up into little baggies, and then that's what I would take with me as like things to do if my kids had events or whatever that I had to take them to, or for just any time. But I always found it easier when everything was ready to go. Cutting the fabrics almost can feel like a barrier to entry sometimes. So if you have them ready to go, I feel like it makes it easier. Just sit down and start pinning. And what's funny is that I also still have a ton of my pre-cut ribbons and fabrics from a long time ago that I never got to. So I've got baskets of them. Belinda said, yes, the 2 videos confused me too. Ha ha, too early in the morning in Australia for me. Carmen said, we're so lucky to have Daily on these lives. So special. Oh, thank you, Carmen. I'm just happy to have you guys here. Suzanne said, hi, everyone. Did I miss the sneak peek? Didn't get a notification again. I just decided to check. Suzanne, I'm doing the angels tomorrow. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to change things around. I ended up doing this today, and I've got all the angels ready to go for you guys tomorrow for finishing Friday. So sorry about that. Teresa said, I love the peaceful pinnings and it keeps me so connected to and inspired to make my ornaments. I'm really happy to hear that, Teresa. That is literally the reason I wanted to do this. So that is great. I'm grabbing some hanger string really quick, you guys. I'm thinking I want to do my white iridescent for this. Leslie said, no, I pre-cut a bunch of stuff too, and then I can sit and watch TV and put things together. Yes, exactly. Debbie said, Tammy, I tend to follow a lot of cutting and then place in Ziploc bags and labeled. I find it more efficient if I have to make a lot of one item. That's true too. If you have a whole bunch of, if you're doing like a whole set of ornaments that are all the same pattern, you can really fly through them faster if everything's ready to go. And it's easier to cut them too, cutting them all at once like that. Teresa said, so appreciate you doing them, Stacy. Well, thanks, Teresa. You are so, so welcome. I appreciate you being here. Belinda said, Tammy, that's a good idea. You then have a grab and go bag for working on. Yep. Heather said, I don't have a hype button either. Excuse me, guys. My throat is burning. Let's see. So in the middle, I'm gonna do the little flower doily thing with a sequin. I think I'll do a sequin and a beaded pin, or a little pearl pin, I mean, at the top too. And then I'll do these two here. You know what I'm gonna do, you guys? There's like a little teeny tiny little edge right there of string hanging off, and I don't like it. Let's see if I can cut that off of there with my very non-sharp scissors. There we go. That's cute. And then I'll do the same thing at the top. I'll just do this guy. You can't really see this when you put the hanger string, because I like to tuck them down in one of the little folds of the fabric, but still, it's kind of nice to make it pretty, just in case you see it. In case someone looks. Cut off some of these little ends. I like to tuck it back in there, you guys, like I did. I tucked it all the way back to like where I had pinned that bottom of that piece, because then when you hang it, it actually will like help hold up one of those points pointing straight up. You don't want to go too far back because you don't want it to hang and like fold it back like this. But if you pin it in the right spot and then you hang it, that top point will just go straight up. And I know I can't really show you that part of it, but it looks like that when it's hanging. Kate said, hi everyone, no hype button on my computer. Tammy said, Jean, you can have my 43 degrees here in Ohio. Kate said, congratulations on the new baby, a gift from God. You guys, we're done. Can you believe it? The ironing is the longest part, and then it goes so fast. Kathy said the forecast says 105 here in Phoenix for St. Patty's Day. Crazy weather everywhere. That's insane, Kathy. Oh my gosh. That's hot. Kat said yesterday in New Jersey it was 83 degrees, sunny, and today stated 31 degrees with rain and then snow mixed in, and now it's sunny again in 41. All seasons in one day. You know what is so crazy about that? Kat, my sister up in Maryland, texted us today and said it had started snowing in Maryland. That's insane. Carmen said, whenever I check for Finishing Fridays ornaments, they've always been sold out. They move very quickly. Yeah, they do. It's usually gone. It's usually gone right away. So I try to put them, or we send the emails usually around 10:15, and so Olivia tries to put them in the shop about that time that she knows that the ornament's going out. But it's like, I think sometimes people are waiting for that moment and maybe refreshing, and then they go really quick. So we've been trying to put more in, because of course they're going quick when there's just a few. So we've been trying to add more in lately. So sometimes you just might find them in the shop randomly, even if it's not a finished ornament Friday. But yeah, we're trying mostly on Fridays. Tammy said Celtic for the culture and Celtic for the basketball team. Okay, thank you. I don't know. I just, every time I see that word, I never know how I'm supposed to say it. And I will forget again. I can almost guarantee it, you guys. Linda said, I have a question. How, I see the rest of it down below. How far in advance do you order fabric? And how many bolts do you order of the same fabric? That's a good question, Linda. So we're trying to plan club kits. We're trying to get to where we're a year ahead. Right now, we're probably about 6 months ahead or so. Our goal has been for a while to get to a year ahead. So if we can order fabric that far in advance, that's what we're trying to do. And sometimes even when we don't have a club kit planned a year in advance, we still, fabric, it takes a while. So they'll show us fabric, like if the Moda salesman comes to see us, he shows us fabric in, like, let's say he shows us fabric in January. We will typically not even get that fabric until like July, August. It can take a really long time, and especially like Christmas fabrics. So for those, we will order, even when we don't have a kit planned yet, we will have to order those at least 9 months to 12 months in advance. So it kind of varies sometimes, but we have to order pretty far in advance. And the other thing is we have to order so far in advance because we have to get so much of the same fabrics. If we're doing a Christmas club kit and we're sending out 1,500 kits, we have to get a couple hundred yards of each fabric that's in that ornament. So if we have an ornament that has 3 different fabrics in it, sometimes we might need 200 yards of each of those 3 fabrics, sometimes even more. It depends on the pattern. That every bolt is 10 to 15 yards. So sometimes it can be a good like 10, 15, 20 bolts of each fabric. So it varies depending on like which club we're doing, what pattern we're doing. It can vary, and Christmas fabrics especially, because we have to go even further in advance, but that's kind of the general idea of how it works. Margaret said, do you have the angel halos in the shop? Yes, we do. Oh, Tammy already answered that. Tammy said embellishments page 4 has the round halos on it, and I know I saw the flower halos in the shop too. So one of the sneak peek angels that I'm going to show you guys tomorrow is our next Olivia's angel. So it's not one of the birthstone angels, but it's one of the other angels that we have out that we're doing. And she's got the little flower halo. She's so cute. Very springy, florally with a little flower halo. And I'm pretty sure we have those for sale in the shop too, by the way. Oh, that's your next question. Carmen said, is that flower embellishment still available for purchase? Are you talking about the halo? If so, yes, it should be there. Georgianne, you might be right, because can you hear it in my voice? I'm trying not to be too nasally, but I can hear it, and I'm trying not that my voice is getting pretty scratchy. You might be right. Georgianne said, Stacy, that you might need to take some allergy meds. I'm sure you got exposed to a lot of dust while moving. Yeah, I think you might be right. Kat said, gorgeous. Thank you. Robbie said, so pretty. Thank you. Helena said, I caught yesterday's live replay. I could hear the birds singing in the background. I thought it was beautiful to hear them. Helena, that's so funny. I didn't even notice that yesterday, but I'm noticing it today. They are just singing. They're singing away in my front yard, which I'm very excited about. I think I put some bird seed out there the other day for the first time this year. And I planted all these flowers a week and a half ago or so. So I'm hoping to attract a lot of birds. Tammy said, Carmen, start checking that page in the shop around 9:50 and keep reloading. They sell out as soon as the email goes out. Yes. Yep. So that's pretty much what I was saying a few minutes ago. I'm just so behind. Sorry, guys. Kate said, someone always looks to see how the hanger is put on. That's right. They do. Someone does always look. Becky said, hey, y'all, I'm late for a very important date. I'm glad that you made it, though, Becky. Better late than never. It jumped on me again. Jean said, Tammy, thanks anyway, but I grew up in Ohio and I don't miss that cold weather. Nancy K said, I love it. So pretty. Thank you, Nancy. And thank you for the hearts. Teresa said, that looks so nice. Thanks, Teresa. Lee J said, whoever did the poppy pattern is my favorite person. It's so beautiful. That was Darlene. I'm pretty sure Darlene came up with the poppy pattern. I'm really glad that you love it, and I will tell her that you said that. Belinda said, just found that the hype button is only on mobile phone apps, and I'm on a laptop. You know what, Belinda? Maybe since it's so new, maybe it's rolling out. Hey, Sylvia. Sylvia said, late but here. Love the colors. Carmen said, thank you for the heads up, Tammy. Helena said, beautiful ornament. Thank you. Beth said, you can't hype a live. If you watch a posted video, you should be able to hype it. Robbie said, I hope someone makes you a nice cup of tea. Thank you, Robbie. That might be me. I might make myself a nice cup of tea. Dana said, on my iPad, when I press the thumbs up button, it asks me if I would like to hype the video, but it doesn't ask me for this channel. I'm going to do some research when I can, you guys, about this hyping thing. Tammy said it was 75 yesterday here. It was 32 when I woke up this morning. Now that's crazy. 40-degree difference in a day. Kate said yesterday it was 81, today 45. Becky, from 89 to 35 today. Denise said, so pretty. I was kind of hoping it would get a little cooler here than it did. I mean, it dropped a little bit, you guys, but no big difference like that. That's so crazy. Barbara said, hi, Stacy and OG friends. Don't get to watch very often. Taking care of my 83-year-old friend and time is limited. Glad to be here today. Barbara, I'm glad that you were able to catch it today. What you're doing, though, is so kind to be taking care of a friend of yours like that. Cynthia said today it was in the 40s on Cape Cod, but the snow has finally all melted. That's good. When it sits there for weeks and weeks, and my sister was telling me up in Maryland how it's been just hanging around, it gets so gross. It's it's never going to go away. Sylvia said, my phone says that you're at the top of the leaderboard. Huh. I didn't even know there was a leaderboard. Robbie said, yeah, for us, it's usually pre-order for fabric. Tracy said, this pinwheel is so beautiful. I've only made one pinwheel in the sage green and cream fabrics that you used to have as a small kit. You know what? We're doing this mini kit Prairie Pack tomorrow for these fabrics, and I think she's got one other one coming out tomorrow too, although I don't know which one it is. She handed me this one today because she wanted the finished ornament, but then I looked and I saw that she's also releasing this as a Prairie Pack. So yeah, it's nice when they're pre-cut like that, but you guys, these are perfect for charm packs. If you get those charm packs that are the 5-inch squares, this is such a perfect way to use it. Especially because you can do like all different fabrics going around. I mean, you can do what we did here where there's only 4 different colors and they're just repeating, but they can be all different colors with this pattern, or all different, prints or whatever. Oh, okay. Tracy said, I believe that you had it last year, maybe. Belinda said, I just had to go to the conversion chart, but it's gone from 100 degrees Fahrenheit last week to a cold snap and only 68 today. That's a big jump too. Linda said, thank you. You're welcome, Linda. Thank you for being here. Oh, yes. And I'm looking, little lady is Judy. Judy said, that is mind-boggling on your ordering process. It used to really stress me out. We're far enough ahead now to where if we end up needing a filler fabric or something, we can find basics maybe, and we can usually make it work. But it used to really, really stress me out to feel like I had to be so far ahead. And the other thing that was really stressful is like I wouldn't be that far ahead on what pattern I was going to do, but I'd have to order that far ahead. So it would be like I'd be taking guesses on how much fabric to order, which would result in either not enough of a certain fabric or too much of a certain fabric when it was all said and done. We do still have extra. Now though, we kind of purposely order extra because we like doing the fabric bundles. You guys have seemed to really like doing when we release fabric bundles of coordinating fabrics, and then we like doing these little extra mini kits and stuff. Now that I have more help in the shop, we're able to get more of these little types of extra things out rather than just the club kits, and we have more use for when we have extra fabric. So it feels a little bit less stressful now than it used to be. And I just have a lot more help now too. Thank goodness. Cynthia said, after this live, I'll be visiting the shop for the extra halos. Awesome, Cynthia. Thank you very much. Tomorrow, I will be showing you guys those angels. I promise you guys. If I am so tired tomorrow that my voice is completely gone, I will still get on here and I won't talk. I'll just show. Debbie said, very pretty pinwheel. Thank you, Debbie. Belinda said the pinwheel without a hanger would make a good star for the top of a Christmas tree if you didn't use an angel. What a good idea. Belinda, I've never thought of that. That's such a good idea. Tammy said flowers are on page 2 of the embellishments. Thank you, Tammy. And then Tammy also said Ohio just has false spring. Yeah, they're tricking you. And then it's cold again, right? Suzanne said rained here today hard at times. You know what, Suzanne? I think it rained one time here halfway decent, but it just kind of like sprinkled on and off. We didn't get a really good hard rain. And I was a little bit disappointed because I needed it to rain for my garden so I didn't have to go out tomorrow and water. Kat said the fabric cutters and ribbon rollers for the kits have my utmost respect. You know what? They work hard, Kat. I'll let them know that you said that. Tammy said, Lee J, I keep saying Mother Nature is perimenopausal, bipolar, and not taking her meds. Barbara said, I love the fabrics on this pinwheel. Thank you, Barbara. Cynthia said, this is Cynthia in Canada. We have freezing rain and snow. I bought a grab bag yesterday. Take care. Thank you very much. You guys, I'm sorry about my voice. I know I sound so nasally, and I'm so sorry about that. Cynthia, I hope you enjoyed the grab bag. That's something else I was going to show you today. And it's sitting out in my dining room, and I completely forgot. So we have lots of show and tell for tomorrow, you guys. I won't forget tomorrow. So I hope you guys can join tomorrow. And I am so sorry about my forgetfulness today. Sharon said this ornament turned out awesome. Thank you for the tip on using charm packs for this design. You're very welcome. These are perfect for charm. It's almost like they were made for charm packs. This pattern was made for charm packs. Tony said, I just love this ornament. Love the colors. Thanks, Tony. Shirley said, just in time for the end. Shirley, that keeps happening, doesn't it? Better late than never. I'm so sorry you missed, though. You guys, tomorrow I'm going to aim for, let's see, I'm thinking probably 5:30-ish tomorrow is what I'm going to aim for. It might be a little bit later. We're doing more foam moving tomorrow. And again, we're hoping to finish up tomorrow. So we might be going a little bit late. Trying to get done before the weekend so we can we have a moving truck. So we want to be able to take the moving truck back tomorrow. So I'm aiming for about 5:30 or so. It could be just a little bit later, but we will definitely do the angel finishing, the head stringing, and I'm going to show you guys a couple of sneak peeks of future angels. And then also I will show you a couple of those fabric grab bag little bundles that we have, which are super pretty. So I hope you guys will be here tomorrow. Thank you for your patience with me. And my forgetfulness, and also for my nasally voice today. So guys, I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening tonight, and I will see you tomorrow. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow for Finishing Friday. All right, you guys, happy ornamenting. I'll see you tomorrow.